Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review and demo of high-end YouTube made me buy products, and these are all beauty products or makeup products. So if you are interested in seeing all the products that I have here with me and how I'm going to apply them on my face, then please stay tuned. And I'm just going to mention quickly the brands that I have with me today. I have NARS, Gerard Cosmetics, I have Benefit, I have Too Faced, and I have Clinique, and I also have one MAC product. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this look using all high-end raved about products, then please keep watching. So I've just pinned my hair back and done my eyebrows because I do not have any high-end product for the brows to try on today. But the first item that I'm going to try today for the first time is the Benefit Porefessional Primer, and I have this very little cute sample size of it. I have the bigger size, but I decided to start using the sample size today so that I know if I like it or not, because if I don't like it, I'm just going to give that away to another person. So it is still sealed. I've just taken off the seal, and I've used several products like this one before, and I like to shake my products before using them, but I found them to be mattifying, so they are not only pore filling but also mattifying, and I do not like any matte finish to my foundation or my face. I'm just using a very tiny amount. I've just squeezed some, and of course it has the same finish or feeling as a mattifying primer or a slippery primer, which I am not honestly very fan of, but I think it is nice. It blurs out the pores somehow, and I'm not sure if it is going to play any role in longevity of the foundation that I'm going to use on top, but we'll see as we go. So unfortunately, my opinion on the Porefessional is not that it is a bad product, but it is something that is totally unnecessary, especially that there are better alternatives in the market that are cheaper. For example, this one that I'm using, the L'Oreal Revitalift Magic Blur. This is excellent, the one in the red tube. It is very thick, and at the same time it is not that much slippery like the Porefessional. This is really sliding, and I think this might make my skin oily. So if you do not want to spend that much money, go and get this one. I think it is better, especially that this is not as heavily scented as the Porefessional one. So this is my opinion on it. Alright, now I'm going to review two products at the same time, because one is an applicator and the other one is a foundation. And this foundation is, I think, is the number one talked about foundation on YouTube here, and is no surprise for anyone, is the NARS Shea Glow Foundation. I got mine in the shade Medium 1 Punjab, and the color match is perfect for my skin, and I think this is a brilliant foundation, to be honest. It is very beautiful, and it is very hard for me to say something very good about a product that is very hyped and raved about on YouTube unless it is really that good. I have tried the NARS Luminous Weightless Foundation before I tried this one because it was the most recent release, and I hated that one. Even the color Punjab was more peachy than golden on my skin, so it is not the same as the Punjab in the NARS Shea Glow, and I sold it after one use because it was like a transfer mess. But this one, from the first time I used it, the second time, the third time, and the fourth time, I would say that this is an excellent foundation. This is the kind of product that doesn't look beautiful on your skin. It makes your skin look beautiful, and this is the whole idea of purchasing high-end products that are a bit expensive, so you know that you are putting your money in the right place. And when I use this foundation, I usually use 2 pumps because, as people say, it is medium coverage, but I think it is light to medium coverage. If I apply 2 pumps, I get a full coverage. I'm just going to dab this on my face before starting to blend, and I'm not going to dab the whole amount. So I'm just blending this initially with my fingers, and now I'm going to review the second product, which is the Beauty Blender. I have previously used the other sponges, beauty sponges, but the one I have was a bit tough. It's not as soft and fluffy as this one, so this is good. I'm just going to use this sponge to blend my foundation, just pressing and dabbing on my skin, and I will have to say that this is brilliant, especially if you have dry skin and you find that any brush might drag and make your skin look more dry and flaky. So I think a beauty blender or the alternatives of it is a very good solution for you. But I'm talking here about the beauty blender because it is so soft, and this pointy side is very handy to set your under eyes with powder or to apply your concealer. This is brilliant. It is very precise and very concise. So I would say 1 pump of NARS Sheer Glow is not enough. 2 pumps is full coverage. So if you want a medium coverage, try to use 1.5 pump. And I know that this foundation doesn't come with a pump initially. I got the pump, I was lucky. But if you are not using a pump, try using as little as possible and build as you go. Okay, so in short, NARS Sheer Glow is a really good foundation. I think it is among my top 3 favorite foundations. You know that my top one is the Dior Style foundation. I love that a lot. I also love the recent MAC Prolong Wear Nourishing Waterproof foundation because it is similar to the Dior one and it is very long wearing and transfer resistant. I like this one. And I think the NARS Sheer Glow is an excellent foundation. And the Beauty Blender, do I say that is worth $19? I think yes, because if you are going to try the cheaper alternatives, you will buy 1 and 2 and 3 and see that is not very good enough for you, and then you will eventually try and buy this one. So just go for this from the start and save money. Okay, now my foundation is blended. I'm not going to move to concealer. I'm going to do my eyeshadow first. And I'm going to use a tape today so that I get a very defined dramatic look. And of course the tape is going to take off my foundation. I'm so stupid, I should have done my eyes first. But anyway, I'm going to review a very hyped or raved about palette on YouTube, and I think you guessed what? Something that smells like chocolate and has cocoa powder in it. And it is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette, which is this one. And the eyeshadows look like that. These are very neutral colored shadows. You have something cool toned, warm toned, and neutral. You have some pops of color. You have 2 pinks, and you have this very beautiful blue, which is called, I think, Candied Violet. So I'm going to give you my opinion on the quality of the eyeshadows. The quality is excellent and they are very opaque and pigmented. But I'd have to say that I'm not talking about what this palette offers, because what it offers is great. Everything here that you see is absolutely amazing. But what it lacks is one very pale, very shimmery color. You have this one here that is pink, but it is sheer, and this one here is totally matte, but this could very well work as an under eye setting powder because it is a bit yellow. But is it worth 39 British pounds? No, it isn't, especially that Freedom Makeup, or sorry, Makeup Revolution does the I Heart Makeup palettes, the one that is Death by Chocolate and I Love Chocolate. These are exact dupes, not only in the colors but the quality and the smell. Exactly, it is like copy paste. So go and get these for £8 or probably £6, and do not bother getting this one because they totally duped it. But it is a beautiful palette. So I'm going to do something that is a bit deep and smoky today. So of course I'm going to start by this shade, which is Salted Caramel, and I think this is one of my favorite shades and many people's favorite shades. So I'm starting by the Salted Caramel and I'm putting this in the crease. Now I'm taking a semi-sweet, which is a deep brown shade and it is neutral. I'm going to take it a bit lower in the crease. So this is just going in here. And I'm also going to take this on the inner corner. I am now going with this deep shade, which is called Black Forest. This has a bit of shimmer. I guess I'm just going to take it on my finger and press it on the outer part of the lid and on the inner part as well. This doesn't have a lot of intense shimmer, but is smooth and pigmented and very beautiful for a smoky eye look. And I noticed that as I'm blending these colors, they just disappear and lose intensity. So go back with your shades and press them. And now I'm switching to a smaller brush. I'm taking the same shade, which is Black Forest, and deepening up the intensity of the shadow on the outside and the inside and joining up like that in the crease. So I'm just trying to leave this middle space bare. It's not completely bare, but I try not to touch it a lot. So I'm just going back with my blending brush and just softening the edges with salted caramel. Okay, now I think I need some pop of color, and I'm going to use this shade, which is called Marzipan, and it is next to the salted caramel, and it looks very shimmery. I hope it is going to be as shimmery as I'm hoping for, so that I do not use another eyeshadow. Don't think so. I'm going to place it on the middle part of the lid. But unfortunately, this palette really lacks very intense shimmers, so it has lots of satins, lots of soft shimmers and mattes, but there is no real shimmery shade. Not medium, not light, not anything. I'm trying to use the golden shade here under this one, Marzipan. This is called Creme Brulee, and I'm going to press it on the middle. I think this is a bit more shiny, more golden, and it is okay. It gives a nice pop of color. Going back with this small pointed brush, and I'm trying to redefine the crease. I'm now going to take a black kohl, and this is by Stila. Just look down and start drawing, because this will make things easier. And I'm just going to blend with this brush because I want it to be soft. I will highlight under the brow bone using this light matte shade. Okay, and very quickly I'm going to take Black Forest, the darkest shade that I used today, and run it under the eyes. Now I will review the concealer that I consider the best concealer ever, and many people here on YouTube talk about it, and it is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is amazing because it is the fullest coverage concealer. It's very easy to blend and adheres to the skin, looks natural, looks amazing. I sometimes use it as a base on my face when I do not want to use any foundation. I do not use it all over, but I just apply my moisturizer and dab this concealer all over my face on the areas that I need and blend it, and looks amazing. And it also could be used under the eyes, and that's what I'm going to do today. Just be a bit light-handed with it. So I'm just going to press here on the inner corner and the outer corner, and I'm taking the beauty blender, the pointed side, and I'm just trying to blend. And I'm taking the black pencil in my waterline. So if you are looking for a high coverage concealer that could work under the eyes and on the face, go for the MAC Studio Finish Concealer. It is amazing and they have lots of shades. But actually I'm going to review another concealer today, which is the Benefit Erase Paste Concealer. I have it in the shade 2 Medium, and this is for the under eyes. And this has a slight pinky undertone, not very orangey, but is great for brightening under the eyes. I think it is just good. It is not phenomenal, and even the tone for correction is not very orangey, not very peachy. It is more pink, and I think for correction you need something orange. For brightening, pink would work. So I think this is good as a brightening concealer, but not as a correcting concealer, because many people say that if you want to correct, use something pink. No, I think it brightens. If you want to correct for any skin tone, go for an orange toned concealer or corrector. Okay, so I have just applied mascara on my lashes because I do not have any mascara that I think is raved about enough on YouTube that is high end, but I have this one by Stila. It is a high-end mascara. This is a darkening, lengthening mascara that could make your eyelashes look a bit clumpy, so be careful when you apply it. And I'm going to leave my first impressions video on this one down below for you to check. But it looks nice and it is high-end, so I thought I might use it today. Alright, now the bronzer that I have with me today is Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I noticed that I used lots of Benefits products today, but this was never intentional, and it is a great bronzer. It is amazing, very cool yellowish tone that could suit someone from fair, light and light medium skin tone, and looks amazing for contour or for bronzing. It is very smooth and very blendable, doesn't make your face look ashy or anything like that. So I'm just going to apply it on an angled brush. I'm just finding the hollow of my cheek and trying to apply this here. Take a bit on my forehead and on my temple, on the sides of my nose as well. I'm just going to take some under my jaw as well to sharpen it a bit. So now I'm just going to use some loose powder in order to set my under eyes and bake them. Bake under my eyes, bake my eyes, this is so creepy. And now I'm doing blush, and this is actually my favorite brands, one of my favorite brands for beauty, which is Clinique, because they are fragrance free and they are dermatologically tested and proven. Anyway, this is the Pop blush, I think, yeah, Cheek Pop blush, and this one is in the shade Peach Pop. I'm still not quite sure what to make of this. I think I haven't yet found a brush that is perfect to be used with this blush, because it is really compressed, very dense. When you swatch it with your finger, it looks fine, but I'm not sure if I'm supposed to apply it with my finger. I see people applying it with just a brush, but I'm on the fence regarding this. It's very cute, very nice, but you see, as I swirl the brush, it doesn't pick up much product, and I think this is the point of it, that you do not get lots of pigment on your cheeks. And of course, I always go back with my beauty blender over the contour and the blush to soften them, make them blend better with the skin. And now I'm also going to use my finger to bake under my cheekbones. And now the final product, the highlighter, which is Mary Luminizer by The Balm. All people have it, all people love it, and I'll have to agree that this is a very beautiful highlight. If you are looking for the highlight of time, go and get this one. It is a high-end, but it's about £17, but you get lots of product. I think it is 8.5 grams. You'll never finish this one unless you use it as an eyeshadow as well. It doubles up as a perfect, very beautiful glowy eyeshadow, and it is very nice. And as I mentioned earlier, I like to use an eyeshadow brush, a fluffy eyeshadow brush, in order to apply my highlight. And I like to take it here, and I went heavy because I want you to see it. I'm wearing highlight, guys. Yeah? Alright? On the nose. I'm dusting the powder from under my jawline and under my eyes as well. And now, last but not least, is the lipstick, and it is the Gerard Cosmetics 1995, and I have chosen this lipstick in particular because it is autumn. All people are gravitating towards these types of shades, and I would have to say that the color is amazing. I don't know how to describe it. It is brown with a bit of blue and rose at the same time, and I think it looks very beautiful on fair, light and medium skin tone, and could be a beautiful nude or dark skin tone. I think this is a brilliant shade, but the problem is that the lipstick itself is so matte like a lip liner, or probably matter. Is that even a word? Anyway, if you want to torture your lips, go and apply this bare. I have applied the lip balm, but I think I'm going to apply more. This is the Collection Nude Pink lip liner, and it is very pigmented, this one, and very creamy, so probably it will help the 1995 stick better. Look how messy my hand is, but I'm trying to show you a swatch of 1995. Of course, do not take swatches on the arms as a guide, because all colors look very dark on the arms, but when you put them on your lips, they look lighter because your lips are more pigmented than your body. So now 1995. I love the color, and I think this is a staple for autumn and for the 90s trend that is going out and about now. And yes, this is the finished look. I tried to gather lots of high-end products that many people talk about here on YouTube and review them and demonstrate how they look on the face in one video. I'm sorry if this is a bit too long, but I think you could just skip the parts and go to the thing that really interests you. So I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and that you found this video helpful, and I will see you again very soon, probably next week. Until then, please be safe and have a lovely weekend. Bye.